notches. Maybe even 2 or 3 notches, yeah. Alright, everybody, welcome once again to Zorlon'S Intergalactic Wrestling Blog. I am your host, Zorlon of the Orlon race from the distant planet of Nebulon 5 and lifelong WWE fan. And, I hope everybody had a great Labor Day vacation. Zorlon had a great one. I took a little trip to Floston Paradise, and all was well. Beautiful place. Everything was fine, except, of course, for the intergalactic shootout at the end. Because there's always an intergalactic shootout. Yeah. But we are back, and for any of you who were wondering, yes, Zorlon did watch Raw last week, and yes, it did suck. I mean, aside from Triple H's coma-inducing promo, we once again get a main event with Jerry the King Lawler. Now, I love the King, just don't like seeing him in too many matches nowadays, you know what I mean? But CM Punk's OMG, is that actually blood moment was definitely a cool part of WWE's PG era. You know, we always love seeing blood, and it is definitely few and far between these days in wrestling, yeah. Now, this week's Raw hailed from Chicago, which, as everybody knows, is CM Punk territory, and this week's Raw definitely did not disappoint. There were actually surprises in this one, along with some of the funniest moments Zorlon's seen on WWE TV in a long time. So let's get started in an episode I like to call, How Much Is That Paul Heyman in the Window? After 288 days as champion, it is starting to seem like CM Punk's clock is ticking on that WWE Championship. That is until Monday. We saw him KO Lawler before the show started, and by the end of the episode, we saw him give John Cena a devastatingly hilarious car to sleep, much in the tradition of Randy Orton's hilarious car KO on Hulk Hogan so many years ago. YouTube that one. We saw CM Punk, a self-professed Heyman guy, get into a car driven by the mastermind himself, Paul Heyman. The mad scientist, the evil genius, Paul Heyman. Now this is definitely a dangerous alliance, and Zorlon could not be happier. Heyman is a demon on the mic, and pairing him up with CM Punk once again makes Punk the man to beat. If he is in fact CM Punk's manager, then we, the fans, are in for one heck of a ride, and maybe CM Punk will finally go over as a heel. Or maybe we'll just root for the both of them. Only time will tell. The pinnacle of WWE's TV PG era may have arrived, because it doesn't get any more family-friendly than having an arena full of rabid wrestling fans chanting, "Hug it out." Of course, it was the most awkward man hug we've seen since Shawn hugged Brett, and that was pretty damn awkward. And funny in its own way, too. I was L'ing my AO when Kane and Bryan finally saw eye to eye by neglecting to catch that one poor black dude. At first I thought putting Bryan and Kane in a feud would be boring, but it turned out to be 10 times funnier than anything Santino Marella or some DX slapstick have done in the last couple of years. Zorlon is way in on this one. AJ versus Vicky. My uber hot crazy chick crush is about to snap. Not only has she lost Y2J and Lesnar and Swagger in the short time she was GM, but she also has Vicky Guerrero pushing her buttons. Now it does suck that AJ can't lay any kind of beat down on Vicky Guerrero, but when that time comes, it'll definitely be worth it. Although we will definitely also be seeing a new GM. Also, Zorlon's note to Hollywood, if you do decide to reboot Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and Zorlon hopes you do, then please, please, please cast Vicky Guerrero as Rita Repulsa. I've met Rita. She's not terribly pleasant. And in other news, Sheamus makes Jack Swagger tap out, and Zorlon sorely misses Dean Malenko. Ryback continues his Goldbergian undefeated streak, now with new merchandise, and there was a Divas match in there somewhere. But as we all know, a WWE Divas match is starting to look less like wrestling and a lot more like a PG-rated Cinemax After Dark. Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio made a surprisingly appropriate tag team, and yes, Rey still got it, and there was some nice and fresh commentary for once provided by the awesome one, The Miz. So that's pretty much it for this week, guys. Great Raw, lots of good hype for Night of Champions, and can't wait for next week to see where the CM Punk Paul Heyman thing goes. So until then, this is Zorlon for Zorlon's Intergalactic Wrestling Blog saying, I'm out. I'm way out.